There are times in our life when we get so confused, we don't know what to do, we don't know which decision to make. At those moments, we know that all we need is the voice of God. But the problem is this: how do we know when God is speaking to us? How do we discern His voice? How do we come to understand the promptings of the Holy Spirit? If you really want to know about these things, if you are really curious to know, following me to the end of this video is the best thing you can do. Without further ado, let's jump right into the video. Before you get into the video properly, here are 3 things you must understand if you're going to know when God is speaking to you. Number 1, God speaks through different means and medium. He can speak to you through dreams and revelation, through His written word, through people, and from your heart. Number 2, God speaks to you depending on your relationship with Him and how much you've grown spiritually. So if talking about spiritual growth, if you really truly want to grow spiritually or see your spiritual life excel, then this channel is the perfect channel for you. We talk about faith and spirituality. So if you are yet to be a subscriber, it will do you more good to hit the subscribe button and turn on your notification by clicking on the bell icon so you will stay notified when we release similar videos like this. Number 3, if God can speak to you, the devil can also speak to you, and your flesh can also speak to you as well. So you must be very sensitive in the spirit to be able to distinguish the voice of God from the voice of the devil and from the voice of your flesh. So in all, you need a spirit of discernment. You need to know how to discern God's voice, and to make it beautiful, I've done a video talking about how to discern the voice of God. The link of the video will be in the description below. Now let's talk about how you can really know when God is speaking to you, so you'll be able to bring peace to your life. We're going to talk about 5 solid principles. Number 1, whatever medium or means God uses to speak to you, He will always confirm it through His written word. That is why God gave to us the Bible. That is why it is essential for every believer to study the Bible on a daily, so that when they hear a voice, get a revelation from God, they will be able to confirm it through His written word. God will never speak or go against His written word. So if you are a believer and you keep hearing voices, but those things are not confirmed by the written word, then you might be in danger, as the enemy might be trying to get through to your life. Number 2, when you pray, open your heart to receive answers from the Lord. And when these answers will come to you, it will come with deep conviction in your heart. You will know that yes, this is the answer. But most times, believers fight against God's answer or what God really wants to do with their life, because they have a different desire for themselves. They want to do something differently. They want God to respond in the way they want. And it doesn't often go like that. But deep down within you, you will know that this is actually God speaking to you. It's trying to get to you. He's trying to communicate something to you. So the first thing to do is not to resist. Open up your heart and accept that this is God trying to get through to you, even if it might not be favorable for you at that moment. Number 3 is that God will use multiple means, or whatever means possible, to get His message across to you, depending on how important that message is. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you're trying to reject what God is trying to pass to you, and you find yourself seeing that same message in different means and in different medium? Have you ever been in that kind of situation before? If you've been in that kind of situation, that means God is trying to pass an important piece of information to you, and the more you keep rejecting or resisting, the more God will use multiple means to try to pass that message across to you. An example of this is the story of Jonah. God told him to go to Nineveh to deliver His message, but he was running away because he never wanted the people of Nineveh to be saved. And God used the storm to speak to him, and he was thrown overboard, and He used the fish to speak to him by swallowing him. So someone said that if you refuse to listen to God when God is speaking to you through His written word or by His voice, He will start using your circumstances around your life to speak to you. Could it be that the reason why you're suffering and the reason why you're in pain is because you have refused to listen to the instructions of God? Number 4 is that God confirmed His word through 2 or more witnesses just to get His message across to you. We can find this in the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 13 verse 1. Read the scripture very well, you understand what I'm trying to say. So God will often confirm his word through multiple people. He will bring a prophet to your life. He will use someone to communicate that truth to you. He can even use a child to make you understand that he's trying to pass an important message to you, so you should pay attention. So when multiple people keep saying the same thing to you, it is a signal that God is trying to pass an important information to you that you might have been overlooking. Number 5, when God speaks, it always comes with an instruction, and if you do not take heed to his word, you'll start dealing with the consequences almost immediately. Like I said before, sometimes we deal with some issues in our life because we refuse to listen to God's instruction for our life. So we don't want a case where we begin to suffer because we disobey God's instruction. So you must keep an open heart to be ready to take heed to the instructions of God whenever it comes. So lastly, I want you to understand that God is ready to always speak to you, to give you instruction, to give you guidance, so you don't make the wrong decision in your life. It is your duty to always listen, and it's your duty to train your spirit so your spirit can pick the voice of God, can pick the instructions of God, whatever medium he chooses to use. So try as much as possible to build yourself in faith, to build yourself in the spirit, so you can easily discern God's voice. If you want to grow spiritually, like I said before, this is the best channel for you. So if you are not yet a subscriber, you want to click on the subscribe button and ensure the notification has been turned on by clicking the notification bell, so you will always receive updates when we drop new videos. So in case you still don't understand what salvation means, or you're not yet a believer, or you have someone who is yet to be a believer, I want to check out the free book in the description of this video, which is called The Pathway to Salvation. It's a free ebook available for download. Just click on the link in the description, then you will get access to that ebook. If you love what I'm wearing and you want to get this merchandise, you want to get this shirt, or you want to get similar other product with this branding on it, just go to our merchandise store by clicking on the link in the description of this video. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you. Until next time, stay blessed and stay empowered and stay on fire.